Hello! This is my second video for Patreon. Hopefully I'm starting to get the hang of this. If you didn't see the public video I uploaded the other day, nobody watching this really needs to go watch it. The big news is that many more of you are seeing this video than probably expected to see it. That's because I changed around a lot of the reward stuff. So, surprise, thanks for supporting the podcast. From now on, everyone sending in $10 or more will see the videos every month. The other thing in that video was I held up a big stack of books to show everyone just some of the reading that I have to do for Season 2. I'm not going to try picking up that stack of books again because I almost spilled my beer doing it the first time. But I said I was going to show everyone what this book is this time, and it's George Jones's autobiography. It's a book called I Lived to Tell It All. It's a pretty crazy book. I think the most interesting thing about it is that George's own memory of a lot of this stuff is virtually non-existent for reasons I'm sure most of you can guess. So to write the book, his co-author, Tom Carter here, went around and interviewed all these people, just everyone he could talk to about George Jones, to get their versions of the stories. And then he brought those back to George for George to tell his side of things the best he could. So, you probably know enough about me by now to know this is like waving a red flag in front of a bull. I want to know who's right, who's wrong, whose version of this story doesn't add up, who has a reason to get creative with their memory. Not that I'll be able to answer all of these questions, and you shouldn't expect me to answer all of them in Season 2. This isn't going to be some courtroom drama or anything like that. But these are the questions I often found myself asking when creating Season 1. And the times I found myself asking those questions seem to have resulted in the most popular episodes. So I think we're headed in a pretty interesting direction with the George Jones story. And I think I've got some good ideas for how to tell it in a way that it's never been told before, which is really important to me. It's also pretty intimidating. I'll be honest, it wasn't until I was making the Louvin Brothers episode of Season 1 where I started to feel like I really knew what I was doing. And with Season 2, I'm trying a whole new approach to how everything is going to be organized. The individual episodes will have the same feel as always, but I'm trying to put the whole season together in a different way. I don't know, I probably shouldn't say any more than that about it. I think trying to further describe what I have in mind could result in some people getting the wrong idea about what's in store. I wouldn't want to build up anyone's expectations because I'm not good at communicating what I'm trying to do. So I'm just going to do it, and hopefully it's good. I feel pretty good about where I'm at with it already. There were some pretty big questions that I didn't have answers to for how I was going to do things. And just the other night, really, I sort of had this eureka moment with some things that were probably the scariest problems. So now it's just a matter of seeing it through to the end. I got to paint myself into all these corners and find my way out of them. Just do all the same stuff I did for Season 1. By the way, I can't imagine this is the case, but if there's anyone out there who hates George Jones and you're super disappointed by this reveal, don't worry, I'll be covering a lot of ground. Just think about how much of that tangential awesomeness was in those Buck Owens and Don Rich episodes alone. There's always an exciting detour opportunity, and I've got a lot of them planned. I think it's going to be great. I really think it's going to be great. Okay, everyone watching this also has access to vote in the poll that will determine the subject of the wildcard episode for Season 2. I'm not ready to do that yet. I need to get a little bit more of the framework for the entire season built out to figure out what parts absolutely have to be in there and what parts can be left up to a vote. But this poll isn't going to be some last-minute rushed thing. You're not going to miss it. It's going to be up for a while. Everyone who is supposed to get to vote in it, you'll have a chance to vote in it. It'll be going on for a while. Don't worry about it. Those of you at higher tiers watching this video, I'm going to post the monthly Patreon Q&A next week. I don't like the way that Patreon sends individual emails for every single post that you're qualified to see. I feel like that's most annoying for people at the highest levels because you have access to everything I post. So you get an email for every single post. I don't want to do all that in one day. I don't want to flood your inbox. It seems annoying. All right, I got a lot of reading to get back to, and I expect to have some pretty major things to discuss in April's video. So I'll see you then.